Well, that's novel. Let's try that again. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. I hope everyone is having a lovely Wednesday. Apparently, the scene change got a little confused and forgot to turn off the video, but hey, who knows? Can't be that bad. Welcome in. It is a lovely bright end to the day where it was grey this morning, which was lovely as well because Days and Scuff stream is always 0. Nothing new there. There's no such thing as a non-scuffed stream. It's all scuffed. So scuffed. Such scuff. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a Blast Jordan with fresh mint ice cream. Yum. Yummy, yummy. Mint ice cream is always lovely. Particularly if it's mint chocolate, but mint on its own is gorgeous as well. Frauke with the rest of the ice cream flavors. Welcome in, Frauke. And then the bots arrived. And welcome to them. The scurrying commenced, with Frauke getting there first. Mia Kula getting in second. Jerry May, welcome in. And oh, hail Hydrate. Thank you, Jerry May. And to go with the Jerry May Hydrate. One of those things is accurate. We also have a stretch to go with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, ow. Everyone remember, hydrate, stretch, med check. Did I remember to actually tell everything that I took my meds before it sets off an alarm middle of the stream? Nope, I didn't. Okay, let's tell it that I took that med. Well, so that was a hydrate, stretch, and a med check. Well done. Thank you, Jerry May. Welcome in Shadow Sky, welcome in Cal, Chaos Tween, welcome in all the bopping. Feg, welcome in Feg, lovely to see you. I hope you're feeling better after last week. I know you weren't feeling great, so hopefully you're feeling unscuffed as well. And you're on a 520 stream streak, running on the power of ice cream. By the power of ice cream, Feg has been caught by Mary. Well, Cal resets the day since Scuff Screams counted to 0, finding that it's all of the tiles for that are 0, 0, and many more zeros. Cal pulling a blanket around tighter. Well, you see, you went. It was Frauke running from Mary. I am so fnurbled here. Frauke got caught by Mary. Goodness. One of us is not paying attention. Off by one. Wrong person. I refuse to comment on that one, Blast. However, for those ending up in a blankie, we have a new cozy emote, a Heidi emote. A squirrel in a blankie has arrived. Ah, goodness. Uh-oh. But, let's see. Right. Where am I? Who am I? And yes, we have a cozy squirrel emote. Oh, yes. There's also a splat emote. Squirrel flying into a glass window. Oh, poor squirrel. No splats yet, though. Or at least... Yes. We have a splat and a cozy emote now. Kiyumi has been absolutely fantastic and has been working on those for me and delivered them this morning. Well, actually, they delivered them last night immediately after stream, and so I added them to the thing this morning. Stream of blindness is a serious affection. Don't we already have a stream of blindness quote? I mean, we don't have one given to Bob Geldof, but hey, welcome in. Sci-fi, welcome in. Ooh. Foo comfy. That's a very comfy emote. Yes. Different stream of blindness one. There's many elements of stream of blindness. However, we also have a pun. I recently brought a memory foam second-handed. All was fine until I laid my head on it and it said, "Who the heck are you?" Yep, I can see how that would happen. I could have sworn I turned on... there we are. Right. Oh yes. I should probably... In the gap after stream yesterday, I might have finished off the first crystal. The Skeksis were chasing me throughout. It does have a Dark Crystal vibe, doesn't it? I really, 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 really wish we had something other than Purple Amethyst. I was almost tempted to consider doing a Dark Crystal up the middle. A tier, weekly and rare. You want that Pokemon. So you definitely want that Pokemon. Thank you for pinging me about the Pokemon. Splat. No splat. Throws Birkin here. Mm-hmm. The oi for the benefit of all chat. For the benefit of all mankind. No, that's a different TV series entirely. We don't have that. Well, that helps if I'm back on the right camera. We're not in orbit. There's a golden ticket for any catch because PCG was down last night. Ooh, goodness. For the benefit of Mr. Kite. Well, it's better than being for the benefit of Mr. Kroop and Mr. Vandermeer. Right. Where are we? What are we doing? Let's see. Elkhorn! Welcome in, Elk. I hope you are having... Why is the Easy Place mode switched on? Why is Easy Place mode not switching off? Thank you, Easy Place mode, for confusing the Fnurbles out of me. Right, let's go. Let's start on... I've broken it already. Okay. So, mental note. Hi, Cockalorum. Hi, Cockalorum. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. We have many poker tickets being used. Frauke got a golden ticket. The troll golden ticket. Congratulations on that one. Feg used a golden ticket and got a Vulpix. Nice. Blast redeemed a golden ticket and got a Gal Articuno. Nice. Frauke did one and got a Cresselia. Pokemon all round. Oh, and then Shadow gets 3 total resets just to prove me wrong. Whoopsie. Frauke now giving out poker gifts. 3 repeat ball going to Feg. 2 premier balls going to Kel. I'm curious. Do I have a poker ticket? I do. I got a Niliego. Whatever one of those is. Right. I need to be very careful about remembering which direction I'm facing during this. Because... Hello, Fruitcake Candy. Welcome in. I have rotated this crystal through 90 degrees, which means that it does not think it has holes where it should have holes. You might as well quote that one, Fig. Just on the simple grounds of, well, that was a fnurblingly obvious one. Ah, Feg mistake quote. What a shame. I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's see. That and that. Thank you, Automod. Thank you, Automod. Why must you be like this? I am doing okay, Fruitcake Candy. I hope you're doing okay as well, once Automod finally lets you talk. I have been working my way up this crystal tower. Let's put a pane of glass there. I've already placed the next 2 rings of metalwork. I was having a think, and I think I was talking about this with Raven after stream yesterday, and all of these rings are... They don't look great. I was looking at them. I'm not liking the result of these, so I think I'm going to adjust them and go for something slightly different. But first, let's get another crystal in. You found the new Cozy Heidi Squirrel emote. And Elk got the quote. Careful there, Cal, if you're aiming for it as well. Going through the same fnurbles as Impulse has gone through with the silo. What? You were just typing it up. Just as well that I mentioned it then, I guess. I am who I say I am. No, I'm not. Well, maybe I am. I'm not sure. Who do I think I am? Why do I think I am? What am I thinking I'm doing? Many iterations of Circular Copper. Ah, yes. Shadow Sky, welcome in as well. You were this close to hitting enter when you heard the Discord beep. We have 2 new emotes, Elk, yes. We have the fantastic new Cozy Squirrel emote and the lovely, elaborate Splatty Squirrel emote. Splatty Squirrel. That just sounds wrong. Did I put glass down there? Who knows? Let's do that. It's raining again. I will also admit there are other emotes coming. I'm just happening to choose to be a naughty evil tease and was going to not release them all in one go. I feel like being a tease. Let's see. Yep, that one needs to be a pane. Glass. Could probably get away with putting that in there, putting that in there, put a pane on the side of that, put another one of those in. Waffly about quoting, so you just looked it up. Makes perfect sense. The only problem with not having holes in this schematic is it's very hard to see where I should be placing the water. I realized that the sensible way of getting up and down the crystal to be able to actually get to where I was building was to actually build the Fnurbling water tower, or the Fnurbling water column, because, I mean, really, it makes more sense. That's your problem with quoting. You don't think in English, your brain auto-translates, and you have to translate it back. That's fine. That's my problem with quoting. I don't think. My brain makes these comments, and I can't remember what I said about 2 seconds previously to... Where was I? I really wish it was not raining so that I could actually not have to deal with rain. Whoa. Nearly overshot. Right, let's do a thingamahoozy here. Yeah, one of those. A bit of that. Some of this. One of them. Bit of Fnurbles. Got a bit of Fnurbles. You're both Kel and Elk and Feg and all of the people who pick up the mod button, you know what I mean. You're fantastic. I really appreciate you all. Let's see, bit of that. Let's go for another one of those there. Unrelated. Did I look at the... Oh, no, sorry. That's not to me. I thought it was. I know what I'm talking about. I'm paying attention. I'm a functional squirrel. Or maybe not. There are rumors I'm a functional squirrel. Oh. Well, that's not gonna work. Maybe I'm not as functional as I'd hoped. Hey, Volder. Hey, Sci-Fi. Welcome in. Continue doing as you're doing, as confusing the squirrel is fun. I mean, confusing the squirrel is very much par for the course. Why is that suffering from an off by one? Oh, I placed these and then relocated them. That's fine. One of us knows what's going on, and it's not me. As always. I used to know what was going on in my head. But that's not going well anymore. I had to know where the heck I left my bed. Yep. Yeah. Fnurbles, hiddly boy, biddly bom boing, Fnurbles. This musical interlude brought to you by the fact that I have no clue what I'm doing. And I'm trying to fill in for the fact that watching me place this... that's wrong. Watching me place glass in the wrong place is imminently going to be completely confusing. Not just to me, apparently. Scotsman noises intensify. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I would say these things were unusual, but we're well beyond the point where I can attempt to convince myself that the Scotsman noises are not what happen around here. That's the hole. That's the water. Let's raise the water by a block. excitable squirrel noises as this starts to look a bit like a continuation of the crystal. Yay! I got the crystal. Let me out. He's got the crystal. Unlock the door. Get to the exit. Crystal maze noises intensify. Oh, that would make a lot. I really. Oh, yeah. Snubbles. I kind of wish there was a good way of building something like the Crystal Maze as a series of. Here's the distant sounds of a harmonica. As a sort of Minecraft adventure map. Crystal Maze is your idiotic Season 2 plan. I can get behind that pretty much the whole season. It'll probably take that long to build it, Feg. Not that that's a bad thing, but holy fnurbles, are you setting yourself up for a task there. Holy fnurbles. Actually, no, I think I probably should do... Ah. My brain just went, Holy Fnurbles is my religious cult name. Our Father, who art in Holy Fnurbles, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy Fnurble being what? The Fnurbles. The Fnurbling the Fnurbles. Your only Fnurble is whether to make the final zone industrial or futuristic. Ooh. That is a question. The other question is, would you have to have a new bald skin? Mother. Sydney! My word! Thank you for 6 months of subscription. Has it really been 6 months of Sydney? Thank you for pushing that button there, Sydney. Welcome in. Naturally with the harmonica. Well, I mean, you could hardly be unnaturally with the harmonica. And I am... Yeah, well, that's a different problem. I can never remember whether or not Mumsy actually appeared. Oh no, Mumsy did appear. I was going to say, I couldn't remember whether or not Mumsy was somebody who actually appeared or was like the lovely Samantha. That needs to be a solid block because it's next to one of the central pillars. Checking in before this meeting filled afternoon, though you think you have Mary summoning if you hop on the PC. Oh my. She appeared in a later series as a mystic. Yeah, I had a feeling that might have been the case, Feg. That's Mystic Fnurbles, is it? Yeah. And Frauke with another round of poker gifts. One going to Blast Jordan, one going to... Oh, me. And Nordic Rolf with a 240 stream zoomies. Nice. And Fnurbles with the audio strike. You're bringing back the 60s, the 80s music. Yep, audio strikes forever. Well, I wasn't going to put a piece of glass there, but I guess I might. I'm going to take it away for a moment, though. I was reminded of a very, very surreal film last night. Oddly, by YouTube, it reminded me that in I think it was 1997, there was a Herbie film with Bruce Campbell in it. Yes, Bruce Campbell as the good guy, the guy that actually has Herbie as his car. It was one of those. Wait, Bruce Campbell? I got these in the right place. Yes. Hey, I was alive for that. Congratulations on being alive. Sid was alive. Sid was alive. Sid was alive. Moving on. Scots won't be for long after singing that. Oh boy. I dance with the chaos in the world, wondering how to die fast, wondering why I am dead because I fnubbled a lot. As Scotsman fnubbles around, he's going to sing and get drowned, fnubbling and fnubble lots and singing weird things. Let's go with that and not bother with that. Oh, no. Yeah, well. The second you go 1990s is very 50-50. Wow. Oh, hold on. I need to move the water. I'll take a bucket of water for 1 point. Thank you. Going up. Going up, building higher, trying to reach the top of this golden flipping spire, trying to build up for the crystal. Literally, what? Literally, though, brought in the exact midpoint of the 90s. Sydney on a 70-stream streak, managing to escape from Mary. Just nicely done. Misheard that as 1977. It was a good year. Wow, that's the Smurfs crossed with the Swedish Chef. Not a variant that I was expecting to have running through my head today, but let's move on. Moving right along. We have the fnubbling. Yada yada fnubbling. Doo-hoo-dee beef noob. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the exit hole. Speaking of which, that's the hole with the Happy Landings snow at the bottom. Smurf Town, for whatever it is called, is in Spain, not Sweden. Well, that's a smurfing piece of smurfing information to have to make sure that you're absolutely smurfed with. The fnibble. Now that should probably have been solid glass. They painted an entire Spanish town blue for the movie. The locals liked it, so they kept it. Oh, there was a... you mean a live-action movie? Oh, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting those exist. Huzzah! Probable attempted pronunciation may or may not actually be anything close to what was the correct pronunciation. Your mileage may vary, your accuracy may vary even further. Near Malaga. Oh, and speaking of being incapable of knowing what's going on, it's time for a drink. Heil Hydrate. And to go with that, a stretch. Oh, yep. Oh, ow. Yep. Oh, the crackling. Thank you, Feg, for that. Tinny opening soundbites, capable of waking a sleeping Scots at 400 yards. Yep. Is that a tinny, mate? That's more Australian than Scottish, but whatever. Did I move the water up? Yes, I did. Right, let's move the crystal up. It's a Raven on a new milestone streak, 650. Good lord. Straight into a blanket. 14 captures, 15 escapes. Raven is basically splitting the deal with Mary there. Nicely done, Raven, and welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Need to head to bed, need to prepare your brain for the chaos to come tomorrow. Look after yourself, Blast. I did see the comment about the office actually letting you out close to time today. I hope that's the beginnings of things being more normal and not an exception. So, yes, do take care of yourself. What should have... Wow. My... block arrangements have messed up. Well, it's good to see you, Raven, even if you are only here briefly. Welcome in. Let's go for those, all of that. Couple more of those. And some of this. No, I'm going to actually have a piece of that at the edge. I think it's nice to occasionally have the amethyst exposed on the edges. Tomorrow only... Probably... right, sorry. Got to recognise when or when not to do orders, and I guess me not accepting everything that they sent your way has somewhat paid off. Probably only today, as you have 40 tomorrow, with the return date of the 18th. Yikesy. Well, do take care, Blast. We do kind of like having you around, so working yourself into a ridiculous frenzy is not assumed as being a sensible thing, and thus we do not appreciate it. I know your company probably does, but that's them, not us. We kind of like you being as, I was about to say intact as you usually are, but that kind of goes with the whole excuses while we throw some arrows into you. You want to go nap and the air quality outside is terrible, kind of getting to you even inside, headache and tired. Yikes. That's not good, Raven. Do take care of yourself during that. Blast has tact. Blast has been attacked a few times. Does that count? Actually, no, let's go this way for the the visibility of that. Makes a fine yard sale. That he does. But only when we particularly feel like it. Let's see. A couple of these. One of those. Bit of that. Some of the Fnurbles. No, you don't. Don't care to test that science. I mean... repeated iterations of yard sale would suggest that yard sales happen. Let's see. Do that. One of those. Do another one of those. Let's do a little bit of... Let's do one of those there. Bit of that. Bit of this. Bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of ooh. A little bit of ah. A little bit of what and do a little of ah. It was a third-rate sailor, but a first-rate second course. The cannibals. Oh my! Sky's yellow today. Yikes. Ah, the joyful sounds of forest fires and things going up in smoke. Not recommended. Under any circumstances, do not enjoy having things go up in smoke, unless you're a pyromaniac, at which point, well, please don't do it around here. The appropriate form of enjoying forest fires is Scar's Season 10 tree build. Yes, and the more of... Oh, Fnurbles. The more of this I do, the more I don't know how on earth he did that. Because attempting this is just that level of loony. Oh, and we have a Pokemon in chat. It's a distraction. It's a type C water tier horsey. Horsey. Anyone want a horsey? Horsey. Horsey. And Elkhorn gets cash for his golden ticket. Sorry, Elk. Nice try, though. Oh, no. Apparently it's the magenta I need more of. I've been going heavy on the magenta, apparently. Oh well. Just don't tell Rocky Horror. I feel like that that yay from Elkhorn is like the droopy yay of Droopy holding a tiny little flag going, yay. All the Richard O'Brien references today. Yeah, sometimes. Got him 1. And it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get droopy and go, 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 but don't you put the fnurbling thing there. Whoopsie. Get back here. That was supposed to be a solid block. No, it wasn't. It was supposed to be a glass pane. Nope. There. That's the hole down to the safety snow. That's the one with the water. Why is there... That's not supposed to have that in it yet. There we are. Alright. You... Boing. Boing. How are we doing? Ooh, we're nearly halfway into the next crystal. I might be getting faster at building this. I could probably build a crystal in a week instead of 3. Not quite Polish builder standards, but well, you gotta aim high. Sometimes. Aim high, young squirrel. Aim high. Okay. Not that high. You're overshooting. You. Those. This. Couple of those. One of those. Those should be nice. Bit of that. Yeah, this. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Yeah, let's go with that. And apparently I didn't have anything there. This is not as easy as I'm failing to make it look. Oh no! They found me! They found me! Keep me safe, chat. Keep me safe. If I'm not here tomorrow, check the padded cells. They might let me out on a day release. Give Scots a second-hand safe. No, not the second-hand safe! No, not the second-hand safe! Not here tomorrow, you're checking yourself into the cell next door. Going up. Going up, and building higher. Skeksis. Gelfling. I don't know. One of these days I will make sense. Today is not that day. Tomorrow isn't looking much better. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with that. This. There's some glass here. A bit of glass there for once. A bit of that. A bit of this. A little bit of blue and a little bit of R and a little bit of a Cantina. Say ooh, ah, Cantina. Say ooh, ah, Cantina. Right, let's see how am I doing with this? I have no idea. Look, Do I look like I know what's going on? Because if I do, would you explain to me how? Because I'm pretty sure that that would be the... Ooh, red filter. No red filter. Red filter. No red filter. Red filter. No red filter. It looks like I have a plan. I sort of have a plan. I did kind of build the cross-section of a crystal. Which is unusual for me to have actually done something in advance like this. I don't normally like doing this. But equally, I knew up front that trying to figure out how to build this was going to tax the brain cell incredibly hard. Almost as much as a Labour government. So I thought I'd better actually have something approximating a plan. Hey, Mad! Welcome in. Happy Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Time Scotsman out for politics. Yeah, I know. Politics is on the banned list, even and I'm the one who put it there. Give me that back. Do as I say, not as I do. You should be a politician. Look. Please don't offend me like that. Besides, if I was going to be a politician of any form, I would be bin face. Kind of wish I was able to vote for him just to make sure that... No, moving on. Fiddleberg. Hurdle flaggle, burgle dee, hurdy burgle diddle da. Scots for the next Lord Binhead, Buckethead. Hey, Landstrad, welcome in. Yeah, just don't Google Scotsman versus Binface. Or is Scotsman Binface? None of those things will work. Ah, you've been lurking for a bit. Yay! You vote for me to be permanently president. No, you've got a couple of extra letters in there. Permanently present, maybe. Although I'm not entirely sure I am all here, so how can I be present? I'm not all here. Hi, not all here. I'm Scotsman. No. Let's go with that. A bit more of the glass in this area. Have we done this layer? It's looking reasonably incomplete in this area, so let's finish this area off. I know exactly what you typed. I just think present is more likely than president. Right. Are we done yet? Are we up? Yep. Up another layer. Woohoo! Binface is concerning and amusing to various degrees. And it's concerning and amusing to various people with degrees as well. Probably the most comedy thing is he probably has a degree. Forget the past, you can't change it. Forget the present, I didn't get you one. Nice! I approve of that one. Arr. Give me that. Did I get that glass? Possibly. I'm chasing a glass. Anyone would think there was whiskey in it. Let's get some more of that. I am out of magenta stained glass. Oh, I'm out of magenta dye as well. That's going to be a problem. Fnurbles. Right, we'll go until we run out of magenta stained glass, and then we'll consider another element of this build. Did I get that right? Nope, missed. That time I didn't. Woohoo! Doesn't mean I'm going to deliberately try to use up the magenta. I would much rather make it get as far as I can. You know what? Let's put one of those in there. Occasionally, I have a clue. Unfortunately, it was written on the back of a piece of paper in disappearing, reappearing magic ink. Vanished while we were playing patty cake. Oh, we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Snova, for those who are interested in that one. Bad Moon, welcome in. And you're getting a recent quote there with me drinking the bot to drive. Pardon? What? Take some of those words, replace them, reverse them, and try again. Yeah. Oh look, more quotes, more whole. There are always more whole quotes. It is a side effect of my quote list. There are always more whole quotes. Actually, yeah, that should probably be glass. Fix the guard random. I have a. That is an oncoming plan. Look, just because I tried to dodge it doesn't mean it was an oncoming plan. Oh, I ran out of amethyst. Whoopsie. Back down towards the safety snow. Now, I know yesterday I said I might not have enough amethyst. I'm a little bit thinking I might just have enough amethyst and not enough glass. Side effect. I have a plan, and it's silly. So, it's one of my plans then. Sin Lily, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. You've joined as we are going through the quote board, apparently. Happens occasionally. Sometimes we find some interesting gems in there. And the rest of the time we just find things that I've said. Oh, and Mad claiming another golden ticket and getting 3 mood mints. Yeah, why not? Let's go for that. That. This. that. Some of the other. A couple of those. One of those there. A bit of this. A bit of that. Someday I'll know what's going on. Someday I'll have a clue. Today's not that day, tomorrow's not too, and I haven't got a fnubbling clue. So how has everybody's Wednesday been? It's been a Wednesday. It's definitely been a Wednesday. I regret to inform you we can't swap that. Yep. It's been another hot one. Ice Cream Maker has earned its keep already, and the summer isn't even over. That Ice Cream Maker definitely seems to have made a lot of difference. So yeah, I can definitely see why that has definitely had a good return on investment. Let's go with those, one of those, a bit of this here, a bit of that, some of this, a couple of those, one of those. Yeah. Here and here. There. This is looking good. We're making wow. We are making progress. I've just looked from the side. That's
Hey, what's going on, guys?
That's actually really making progress. Today has been Yes, also known as Wednesday. Diet and allergy proof ice cream. Can't beat that. Yep. Definitely can agree with that being a good set of reasons. No, that should not have been that. Yeah. Do a bit of this. Right, let's work out where we're going to be putting the crystals. Kind of feel like that actually would have supposed to be glass. Like so. Yeah. Right, now we need quite a bit of... Not there. Quite a bit of glass.
Welcome back. Somebody here.
Some pains.
I haven't seen wands like this in a Wizard zombies. Literally zombies that are wizards. It's insane.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be? Yes, it is. Okay, well, we'll do two of those then. A bit of this. A bit of those. Yeah. There. Had a bit. Yep. That. Which side's the water? There's the water. We are... Ooh, wow. We've nearly reached the next ring. If we can get to this ring, then that'll be a good spot for me to actually think about doing the rings and doing the... So one of the things I have planned, and I've just fnurbled it. I've just realised I have fnurbled it. Dag nabbit. Actually, that wouldn't have worked on that side. Okay, it's not fnurbled, it's utterly fnurbled. Okay. I was planning on changing plan, and apparently now I can't. Oh well. Let's try something different then. So, one thing I had been looking at... I plan on putting my usual trick of using grindstones to make chains, and I wanted them to hold the rings up. I was briefly yesterday and this morning pondering that it might be nice to have them on the 4 cardinals, so north, south, east, and west, so that they're hidden by these pillars. Ooh, hold on. Hold. That might not be a terrible change of plan suddenly. So the original design had the chains going up the north, northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. Hey, math girl, welcome in. And having that there, I was just thinking that might not actually look... That would hide some of the crystal. Thank you for the lurk, math girl. And thank you for the... thank you for the 5-stream streak. Sorry about being caught by Mary there, though. The 4 cardinals. Cardinal Fang, Cardinal Biggles, Cardinal Michael Palin, and Cardinal L. Who else? Busy work day, so super lurky. Look after yourself, math. So I was going to put the chains up the corners, which would look good, but would hide some of the crystal from the outside world here. I've just had a change of thought. What if we ran the chains out to the side? That might... Hold on. Let's... Yeah. That's crossing... That's going through my mind as being a suitable alternative. Random things you're pulling from your pocket today. Seems that you have pegs left over from hanging your washing earlier. You are having one of those days, Kel. You're definitely having a random pocket day. I should have picked up some purple glass. Let's pick up some purple glass. I do not think we have enough glass to complete this. Oh, there's another barrel of glass over there. So we're just short of things and stuff. Right, let's go with a bit of this, a bit of that, the other. Actually, no, that should have been a pane. This one's being the glass blocks. Another pane here. A bit of glass block there. Here. Some there. Some here with a bit of panes ones there and here. Who built this ring of copper in the way here? What were they thinking? All they're doing is just making things difficult for themselves. I mean, really? Really? What sort of squirrel would build a ring of copper like this? Who would build a roll of squirrel? What? Who would build a roll of squirrel? None of those words are in the right order, and not any of them are in the right sentence. For chat's benefit, went out to buy socks for the dog. Stop her licking her feet, making the worst autoimmune issues. Had one of her socks in your pocket. Compare to the store, get the right size. Try to pay your bus fare with said sock, as it was in the same pocket as travel card. Whoopsie. Had to calmly put it back in the pocket and produce the ticket. Hey, Mika, welcome in. What's a cow's favourite hobby? Music. With a 98 arrow response to that. Yes, I think that might actually be a valid amount of arrows for that one. Mama Melissa would be very happy, though. N 98 is definitely a number. That feels valid. Let's move the water up a block. And add another piece of that. And we have a Durant in chat as a Pokemon for those who might be interested in trying to catch it. Just as the ads start, typically. Alright. I'm out of glass panes, which feels like a good point to head back down and grab a load of copper and start adjusting... Oh, and the chains. Let's grab some chains and start sorting out how to attach this to the... send help, people are throwing puppy gander at you. I'm left wondering whether or not we should be insisting on you paying pun tax for that or not. Let's grab some dirt. Let's use my recent successful method of getting back over there. Come on. Blow me up! Throwing sirs and propaganda, keeping adorables, got some it. I'm sorry, I only have a kebab stick. I don't have a sword. I also don't appear to have a working geyser under me. Miss Ferret, welcome in. Ah, there we are. Finally. Nearly landed where I wanted to. Is this the middle? Yes. Right. Let's start doing this. Oh, this is going to be difficult. See, that feels like a perfectly good use for the new splat emote. There it is. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a flying squirrel ending up landing straight in a window pane. Canadian Dragon, welcome in as well. For levels. Right. That makes sense. Furry propaganda. Interesting. Right. Let's see if this looks better. Like this. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick nap and then see how that looks. That doesn't look too bad. That feels like it might not be bad. What I might do is, for the ones that are fairly close to each other, he says, looking at them and then realizing they're close on one side, nowhere near each other on the other. Of course. Skip that train of thought. I was about to say, it might, for the ones that are fairly close to each other, be better just to have a chain running between the two and one chain running across sideways. But on this side, it runs from here to here. So it doesn't make sense, Captain. So, let's skip that idea. I know I still have to do something with the shaping of these because I don't like them. But I think putting the chains out to the side might make a heck of a lot more sense than having them running upwards. Because the alternative, he says, was... I mean, let's check the alternative, just to see. Not going with the rotating ones at this point, although we could. You see, if I do that, I kind of feel like that hides a lot of the crystal and takes away from the joy of the crystal. I don't like that as much. That looks meh. I'm on the side of agreeing with the meh. That was the original plan, and now that I've seen it, I don't like it. So we're all in agreement. Meh has to go. there's a shovel. I mean, this is often the way. A plan does not survive first contact with execution. It definitely got executed. Going up. Alright. Nope. Same for here. Is this the midpoint? Yes. At least I think that's the midpoint. What it does mean is we are limited by the fact that these can only go vertical when they are in a line like that. Nope, not that. Hey, welcome in, True Purple. Thank you for joining the scurry. We're now at 77, which is a very lucky number. Should really probably not be using dirt for this. I've got more stone than I have dirt. Oh, that's going to look pretty cool. Yeah, I think the horizontals is going to be the one that looks better. I kind of wish there was a way of doing it so that it looked like they were slightly bending downwards, but the amount of effort that would take would be significantly more than my sanity would ever want to actually deal with. And this is why I have 17 stacked aetherites. Exactly, True Purple. You can see where I've been getting my inspiration from this week. We are fully attuned to them as well. Have you heard about the critically acclaimed MSQ dodger, Scotsman UK? Yes, who is now nearly 2 major releases behind and has even fallen behind Frauke significantly. Thank you for the lurk, Feg. Let's get the... Is there a fourth? Yes, there is. Fallen behind you twice. Oh, goodness. True Purple is on a 515 stream streak. Thank you for the 515 stream streak there, True Purple, and congratulations on escaping Mary. No, come on. That's one of those ones. Okay, so I might be further on from things than Landstrad, but stopping playing is not classed as a good reason for me to be ahead of you. You know, I'm just going to abandon any dirt that I haven't picked up on that run. How's that looking? That looks pretty cool. And gives a reason for these towers existing now. That actually helps, because now we have a reason for these towers. I mean, I'm not saying that we didn't have a reason for these towers previously. The whole looking awesome is definitely a good reason for these towers. Still ahead, he's done 7.0. Oh, well. Let's just assume that I ignored everything I just said. Yes, this is definitely one of those bonus reasons for cool towers. Yes. I mean, you wouldn't have a giant crystal open to all of the elements without some form of natural support, unnatural support, or natural, or supernatural. Interesting. I've just had a thought. Why don't I make sure that my inventory is full of quite a bit more dirt? Start at the very top of this and work my way down the chains so that I pick up... Oh, so that I basically just work my way to the bottom. That would make sense. How very dare I? I'm pondering things sensibly again. If Mojang ever changes the model for grindstones, we riot. Yeah, absolutely, Landstrap. Well, if they ever change the model for grindstones, I'm just going to use Blockbench to return them. We have a Goldine in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch one of those. Fortunately, Blockbench is a thing. If I decide I don't like the model, I'll just replace it. Oh, you've changed it? Yes, thank you. No. Honestly, I suspect I'm not the only person who uses chains as grindstones. Given the number of them in this world, chains as grindstones is actually probably more accurate than anything else. No lies found. Scotsman uses... How many have I placed? I don't want to know that number. I don't want to know that number. I don't want to know that number. I'll look at it in a second. I suspect the answer will be yes. Statistics. My statistics. Blocks. Grindstones placed. No. Wait, what? Excuse me. Huh. Rude. Fine. Times you would it be times used or times? You see, that might be the problem. I'm not sure if times used would be a a valid number. I mean, I can tell you how many I've crafted. Which would be, I've only crafted 2,995. It's not that many. Hey, Mr. Roo, welcome in. Have Phasmo session in the morning. First one since the internet for Noble's gonna catch a few. Yay for Phasmo. I hope you have a lovely time, Kel. Ah, I missed. And so did whoever just used those brakes. Times used is probably a decent metric because it's only 100 less than crafted. Yeah, that feels about right. Sounds like quite the grind to craft all of them. They're not an easy craft. I will definitely agree with that. Given that it's half slabs and planks and sticks to make them. Making myself... I think I've just made 8 stacks of them this time round. Was not a nice thing because it was... like 40 stacks of items to make 8 stacks of grindstones. Good night, Cal. Seems a reasonable thing to remember to drop. Okay, now that we've got 2 sets of these in, and remember there's still room for, or still another pair of these rings to go at the top, because there are 3 crystals. Oh, that actually looks pretty dang good, I think. Oh yes, that's nice. Let's have a look at that from camera count at a slight distance. You can't actually see it from outside. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that is the right choice. I'll be interested to see how that looks when we get to Pretties mode later. Went to battle with the trusty stick to fight the slurs and Puffygander. Sadly, the only one wolf, and only run overrun by a... Made you go fetch. Oh dear. I did kind of like the idea that these crystals came from the caldera. Interestingly, Cyber, the thought crossed my mind earlier of, well, at least I'm not making tendrils out of them. Because I did think of the caldera earlier as well. Weird happens around here. As long as it's weird within the family Fnerply guidelines, we don't care. Hey, TGM. Welcome in. Does weird ever not happen here? There are rumors that it might have not happened once. Might have not happened once. Wow. There's a phrase. You know what? I'm going to work my way down and do all of the rings. All of the rings? All. My precious, I'm going to do all of the rings. All of the chains holding the rings up. So there's only 2 more chains on each ring here. Ooh, nearly missed. Is that the midpoint? It feels like it. Yes. There. I am so glad I made 8 stacks of grindstones, because something tells me I'm going to use quite a few of them. I didn't know how many I was going to need, and suddenly the answer is yes. Although that number decreases as we get higher up. Which might actually be really useful. And look really cool. Midpoint, midpoint, midpoint. Not quite Midgard. Definitely not Mid-Journey. No. Come on. Boop. Boop. More boop. Did I collect all the dirt off of that one? Yes. Right. Mid. 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 Feeling a bit mid here. Annoyingly, the sun is setting and I don't have a pocket bed. Because my pocket bed is down on the ground floor. How dare I not have a pocket bed? Talk about not being organized. I'll use the pocket bed. That's not the pocket bed. I might as well pick up the dirt while I'm here. Boop. Oh, that's looking pretty cool. Right, where are we? Okay. Let's see, how far down? We've done that one. It's this one we need to do. Excellent. This the midpoint? This the midpoint? No. This the midpoint. This. This is the midpoint. That was one of those measure 3 times, start building once moments. I could see myself ending with an off by 1 error if I wasn't looking carefully there. I thought it was 1 block to the left. Oh, no. You don't go there. Like that. I may have to tidy up those, the geysers over at my storage area. I keep seeing them on the camera count out the corner of my eye and thinking, what the heck is going on over there? I mean, they're lovely pieces of movement, but I'm not expecting movement to be right next to my storage area. By storage area, I mean Shulker Monster and Copper Aging pile. Not one of those two was right. Blacklad, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. And thank you for joining the scurry as well. Do take care of yourself. I know the heat has been getting to, well, getting to all of us, really. But it's definitely been getting to you quite badly, so do take care. And remember to hydrate. That's not the block that should be going there. Speaking of hydration... I'll hydrate. Want to go with hydrate. A stretch as well. Oh yeah. Oh, Huh. Ooh. That might be an interesting idea. I'm just pondering, it might be interesting to have a couple of the geysers in this bottom ring to make it look like there's sort of steam being outflowed in the corners. You know, sort of here perhaps. To make it look like they're just sort of outflowing some of the power from the crystal. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching whatever the Fnurble Bergamite is. But yes, I think having it look like there's some sort of gas outflow around the ring might actually look... not around the ring, around the central base. You know, perhaps in these corners. One or two of them. Might be an interesting option. Yes, yes, I do care to... I do wish to reiterate in different wording, please. I might possibly wish to change my mind and my wording. And since I can't change my mind due to only having one brain cell, poor thing, ow. No, I'm too short. Imagine this image of a small squirrel just sitting there, jumping up and down, going, I can't get up there to place the block. I'm too short. I'm just a wee little squirrel. Too small to get to the thing I'm trying to build. Going almost all Mrs. Doubtfire there. Oh, dearie. Sometimes, dear, you just have to know that you're just being looked after. Okay, those chains look great. Those rings do not. Pay good money to see Scots perform Mrs. Doubtfire. Is that before or after we consider the Scotsman's for pantomime season, where I'm either Buttons or Widow Twanky, depending on which direction we wish to ruin my sanity? Both took if. I'm afraid, nope. I nearly got jump scared by Happy Cast again. I don't think you can have somebody playing both Buttons and Twanky in the same panto usually. Who returned my sanity to allow me to ruin it again? There was a small amount of recovery overnight. I did recover a little bit of the sanity and quite a bit of the resources needed for the crystal growth. The crystals must grow. The crystals must grow. I think we're nearly 2/3 of the way up. Nearly. Possibly. Do I fix the retaining rings, or do I try and finish a crystal? I think the retaining ring... Let's work on one of the retaining rings and see if we can work out what it should look like so that I work out what type of materials I need. And I'm being very careful to rephrase them as retaining rings. Waxed, oxidized, chiseled copper. That feels like it might not be the right. Trapdoors, why have I got waxed, oxidized copper trapdoors? Oxidized is the last phase of the... Why? Oh, because they came out of a trial chamber pre-waxed. Wax exposed cut copper. That's the one I was looking for. Wax exposed chiseled copper. It should look like a ring that would retain something such as a large crystal. You know, I had not thought that that might actually be the thing I was aiming for. I am very, very impressed that that is actually where I was aiming for. Waxed exposed cut copper. Waxed exposed chiseled copper. Do I not have any waxed exposed copper? Ooh, waxed exposed cut copper slabs. Perfect. That was the third item I was after. Fairly sure. Oh, look, waxed exposed copper. Yes, fantastic. I have all of my exposed copper. Thank you for joining the scurry, Mika. Can I sleep now? Thank you. Ah. Dag fnurblet Puffy. I keep turning that corner and forgetting that Puffy's there and scaring the fnurbles out of myself. You're not supposed to scare yourself with a happy... Oh, dang it. I've also just totally wasted that. Resin is like glow lichen. If you actually place something on it, you've wasted it. Right. Now, let's see. I'm thinking, which is a bad start. If we go with chiseled for that bit, we can then go with that a couple of times. That's not what I was looking for. I will have to pick all of those up before they despawn, because copper is quite expensive. I will have to make sure that these things are... Oh, they're lit up by the crystal. Excellent. All of that stuff that we're sticking inside the crystals to light stuff up is coming out nicely. Let's put one of those there. One of those there. Let's not worry about that one. Neither of those blocks are where I wanted them. I actually want... Take 3. I actually wanted it there. Got it in 1. And then to this level. Now, this is where the trapdoors are going to come in handy. Because I think there... Oh, that shouldn't be there. So if I can get one of these done, I can then run it through Litematica and copy it all over the place. Cardoodles, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. That feels like it should be a full block on either side of the clutch ring. Which means that probably shouldn't be like that. So there and there. Does this thing not go upwards an even amount? No, it does. Just... Hi, Kay. Welcome in. That one. And that one. Oh. Huh. None of this makes sense. Well, that's a problem. How you doing, Kay? Okay, so none of this lines up where I was expecting it to. Okay, what madman designed this blooming thing the way it was? Lurking for the work stuff. Look after yourself. Honestly, what was I thinking when I designed this? Room has it wasn't a man, but an unknown number of squirrels in a trench coat. gonna need to look at this from on high. Okay. Oh, well, there's part of my problem. That block should be there. So it's then 2, 2, 2, and then yes. Okay. You remember doing something like this on the Vault Hunter server? It was such a pain. Yes, I think you might have been working. I remember you doing this as well, Elkhorn. Part of me is seriously wondering why I've done this to myself, and the rest of me is thinking, why? Why did I do this to myself? As I say, I just have to do it once. Once I've done it once, I can just repeat it another 6 times. Ow. I've got to redo the trapdoors because they're standing out too much and it's messing with my head looking at them. I can't see the shape because of the green. There's too much green. I also need to eat. That would help. And we have a Fanpy in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch one of those. Right. Before I get any further. Hey Midna, welcome in. Where's my axe? There it is. Go, oxidation. Trying to remove the oxidation from the trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not easy trying to make sure that you remove that. Just, yeah, exactly. The wax scraper's waltz. I find myself having to count it and actually do that because otherwise I end up sort of rushing it, and if I rush it, I remove too much. It's just one of those things. Right, and now we'll just turn all of those into waxed. I'm waltzing on sunshine, I'm waltzing on moonlight, I'm waltzing on the wax trap, doors trying to blend the boogie. Alright, now I need to do the ones that are actually in the build, because somebody was a fnurble and didn't before he placed them. In this instance, it's less a whoops and more these arrived pre-waxed. Oh, Cyber. Supposed to order food a good 2 hours ago. You know, I believe we have a quote for that. It's something like quote 14 as well. It's an early quote. Oh, missed one. Now the question is, should that block be there? And that block be there? 33. Ah! Close. It's been a while since we've used that quote. Yeah, I feel like that's better, but I don't think I want that one. That looks pretty good, actually. I think I like that result. I might swap one of those over. Ow! Or I might just fall off the scaffolding instead of managing to climb it. I think this pair I might take 3. Right. You go there, you go there. Is it then 3 of those? Yeah. All 3 of those? Yeah. All 3 of those? Yeah. Why is there a double there? That shouldn't. That should possibly be. Huh. Looks like I've got that as a trapdoor on top of that. But I'm wondering if actually I might have been right with the double. I can't place a trapdoor here because it's got to be there instead. I kind of feel like that was actually might have been better as a full block. Instead of that. That's a half slab with a thingy, and that's a that. I think that, for all that it looks a little bit off because the crystal is shaped weirdly, I think that works. Except for all of this being slightly weird. How is it that none of this is where it have I got an even circle on an odd shaped build? Oh well. Yes. That sounds about right. Oh well. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. I am not going to worry. Actually, if I worried, I would probably drive myself completely to drink. No. No. Chiseled. There it is. And copper. There's a trapdoor. Where's the slabs? So trapdoor. Trapdoor. Full block. Trapdoor under there. Somehow. Sorry, I'm trying desperately to think in half a dozen different... How did I miss that? Shapes simultaneously. Right, trapdoor there, trapdoor there. That looks good. Let's just repeat that on the last quadrant. Right. So it's a half slab there. Half slab there. Half slab there. Pair. Full block. Half slab. And... What? No? What did I... Half, upper, double, lower. Half, upper, double, lower. Huh. Okay. Half, upper, double. Well, double instead of double, triple. There. And I want one underneath that. Yeah. Oh, there's one there. Sorry, I can't leave copper lying around. It's too expensive. Okay, how does... Ooh. Okay, that works so much better. That does work so much better. I think that needs to become a double. Right, this is where we fettle a little bit. I think I just placed a full block instead of a half slab. Yeah. So this is where we fettle for good measure. That one. Which one did I say? That one. So. Yes. Okay, that works. That one needs to be a half slab on there. Fettling. I can't remember what the definition of... Oh, definitely. I can't remember what the definition of fettling is. It's basically highly approved greebling. works. That one, I think, needs to be a half slab instead of a trapdoor. That one. No, because if that's a half slab, that I think it's that one that needs to be a half slab. That's better. That's okay. Is that able to have a trapdoor under it? No, it's got a trapdoor on top of it. That's a shame. That probably should be a double slab. Then it just doesn't look quite solid enough. Yep, that's better. And I think that one. Tempted to change that for a... Don't have one. And we have a Vault Orb in chat for those who might be interested in it. Yes. No, that one. Yes, that's better. And that should have a trapdoor on top of it. Like so. Yeah, that's better. And the one next to which should be a double. Just to get that edge better. Like so. Yes. Yes. No. Maybe that should be a stair. Yes, that should be a stair. There we are. That's better. That's better. That one. Oh, that can't be a stair, but that should be a double half slab then. Oh, no. Nope, guess not. Oh, that should be a stair. That's why it's not working. Give me that back. You. Yes, that's better. And I think that one actually should probably... No. I think I'm overthinking this. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you, to find that I'm overthinking something. My word. Never happens. That can't be a stair, so if I make that a stair, then it will become balanced. That's alright. Leave it as is. That's... Yes, yes, no, no. I think that might actually be okay. From that angle, it looks good. From this angle, it looks really good. From that angle, it looks flat, which is not the worst of things. From that angle, yep, that stair was necessary. From this angle, pretty good. Maybe a stair there. more stair into this. That one. Like so. Yep, that was needed. I'd love to put a stair into one of those corners, but I think if I did, it would completely ruin it. That stair has now made all the difference there. That works better. I think that's got it. I am happy with that shape now. That feels like what I was looking for. And since I was curious, so fettle is a Northern English and Yorkshire dialect for a verb to mean fix, repair, clean up, or prepare. And industrial craft jargon, fettling is the specific process of trimming or cleaning excess material off freshly cast metal or pottery piece. So, exactly what I've just been doing. I've just been adjusting the shape and fettling it. Yeah, it's Northern. I apparently don't have those waxed. I'm going to actually wax them as they currently are because I like the variety that's here. With some of those having aged and some of those not having aged. I forgot to wax my chains. Which is definitely a phrase. Yes. So what I will do is I will take a copy of that ring and replace the other 5. One of which you can't, 2 of which you can't see because they aren't there yet. And you did bust out the word Cordwainer the other day, which is probably the weirdest word you've used for a while. That's not one I recognise. Okay. Do tell, what does Cordwainer mean? Shoemaker. Ah. Interesting. Fairly interesting. Right. I needed that. Cobblers are shoe repairers. Right. So your cobbler is there to repair the shoes after the Cordwainer has made them and you've worn them out. Hey, Little Red, welcome in. That's what I was looking for. Right, I need magenta and purple. Don't need any white. Done with blue. No. Right. So I've got purple stained glass, but I need a decent... Right, so let's make... Fnuddles. Let's make 2 stacks of magenta. And half a stack of purple. Excellent. Now we'll put the spare dyes in there. I've not got much purple, but that's fine. We've got a load more of that. Like so. Right. So, let's get this inventory into a state where we can do a little bit more. I'd like to get another couple of layers in. Some to the effect of the crocs being an insult to every Cordwainer and cobbler ever live. I can see how that would happen. Why are one from Elcon here? Why are mountains so funny? Because they are hilarious. elk. That was awful. And yeah, you only got a 9 arrows out of that one. So apparently Mary thought it was pretty good. Right, let's get another couple of layers in before we have to declare quote 200. We've got about 2 minutes, so I reckon I can get at least one in. Come on. We're on, not quite on the final countdown, Captain. It's the final countdown. Throws Ben Nevis at elk. Ooh. That feels painful. Footy on a 45 stream streak and managing to escape from Mary there. Nicely done, Footy. Welcome in. Feels good. That doesn't feel good. There's glass over my water. Who put glass over the water? Come on, own up. What Fnurble put glass in the way? Up. Ben Nevis is tiny. It'll be fine. Yeah. We're at 200. Goodness. Thank you, Raven. Right, let's get this layer finished. And then we can have a look at what the result of today is. Because I think this is going to look pretty spectacular. And I'm biased entirely because I'm the one who's been building it. But I don't care. I am happy to be biased on this one. Right. Let's put water. That. Oh, and 791. The cats are unhappy, of course. Right, I'm gonna leave my Shulker monster at the bottom there because, well, can't move it all. I have some schematic if placing wrong blocks. The schematic is solid Elkhorn. I'm using it for the shape, not for the materials. And even then, it's the general shape, so I'm occasionally missing sections and so forth. I tried... Actually, let's go to that one. I tried figuring out how to use Axiom to put in the shape outwards of the sort of core and the randoming of blocks from the middle. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how to do it with Axiom. So I'm having to do that bit by hand. But I've got the shape I wanted for the rocks, for the crystals. I just couldn't, for the life of me, get the materials. So I'm sure people who know their way around Axiom far better than I would have been able to actually do it. I couldn't. This looks pretty dang astounding in vanilla. I love the way this looks. It's almost a shame that you've now got the chains in the way as you walk in. That's almost the only thing I'm not happy with. So we've kind of sacrificed the ability to walk into this and see the crystal as you walk in. Does look lovely. You're now concerned a giant penguin disguised as a chicken might try and steal it. Good luck to it. Those those chains feel like they're hiding too much of the crystal now. When you're on foot, I've lost that sightline. I've lost an important sightline. Attention point, but possibly. The alternative might be to have two chains and run them to this part from here instead of retro. Yeah. Instead of having it go from the middle, have it go from the edge. So go from, say, here to this block. Yeah. That might be what I have to do. Because although I love the way that we've maintained the look here, and holy Fnurbles, does that look amazing. What if I used other beacons and held it in with energy? I don't think it... Well, the problem is it needs something sideways. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out as I go along. However, that view looks absolutely amazing. True. Possibly. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it overnight. I will probably also finish the second crystal overnight and may reproduce the solid bands as well. But I really love this. It is beautifully coming out. Trick here is you'd have to do columns of glass in the crystals. Yeah. Or I'd have to put columns of... I'd have to have the beacons completely outside the crystals and they're not regularly shaped. The crystals themselves aren't... end rods might work. But I don't think that'll work in vanilla. Tiddly. Yeah. I will probably have a tinker. Tiddly. Tiny. Weenie. However, that view, I do so love the result. These crystals feel so much more crystalline than I hoped that they would. I was making this up as I was going along, and I did not know how this was going to come out. And to achieve something that looks both good both in vanilla and in shaders. I mean, even in vanilla, I absolutely adore this look. I just need to make sure that we can see it properly. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this. And I hope everybody's been enjoying the progress on it. Because it has absolutely been gorgeously fun to do. Despite the fact that it's absolutely breaking my sanity. However, we have reached the point where I am going to wrap up. Because I need a break. My sanity is sitting in the corner asking all of the questions. Why? There are quite a lot of people live this evening because it is the first of Blunding's UHC evenings. He has got quite a few things going on over the next few days. It is the BAD Hardcore UHC event. Luna is still live. Dang it, I was hoping Lily was live. Deep is building Orthanc. Dr. Yankovic is in the 12-year world. Blunding and Bloomson. You know what? We haven't raided into Blunding for a while. And Blunding is an absolutely amazing streamer. And is the one in charge of the BAD Ultra Hardcore event that is on this evening. So, thank you for pushing the raid message up. I am going to send us over to Blunding because, yeah, cool. Where are they? I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now. Yeah. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate, med check, take care, and look after yourselves. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.